so we got the camera rolling.
Yeah.
The mic's good.
Oh, you hear that?
What is going on down here? Like, what are you... barefoot?
Dude, don't knock my thing, man. I have a certain thing. It's just I have to have it. Hey guys, it's Kevin Untriusian from Backroom Studios. I know, right? You changing the name? That's what we're doing. I recently got married. My wife assumed my name. She wants me to start saying it properly. So that's what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try from now on to say it correctly. We're gonna see how many people can actually follow along. If you don't, it's not a big deal. So first things first, in this video, I want to start off by addressing the video from the last time we had. It was, you know, the super inflammatory, me shooting modelers and Kempers and just doing all that stuff. Apparently I pissed a lot of people off. And while that was the pure intent of that video was to, as a conversation piece in a way, you know, it's actually, you know, got me thinking about a lot of different things, and it's got other people talking about a lot of different things too. And it definitely raises some questions about ethics and, you know, the consumer and you know, what they care about and how it affects, you know, other people. And it's an interesting debate to have, and I definitely want to just clarify my position on that a little bit. So the main thing is, the reason I personally want to bring this up is because I was that guy. I was the guy defending the modelers, like, you know, I was dying on that hill. I was saying all the amp dudes, the older guys or whatever, you know, this thing sounds so much better, or at least it's close and it's way more convenient. You know, I can have all these amps, quote unquote, in this little box, and I could bring it around with me. You know, it's really tiny. I could fly with it, and blah blah blah. And then in my head, I really didn't need those amps. You know, I just thought I had, you know, even if it was 90%, that was fine. The value was there. So that's kind of crazy, because if I'm buying something that replaces something else that pays no licensing to that, it's kind of fucked up in a way. So I noticed that my clients over time were getting kind of bummed, because I could get great sounds out of the, whatever, the Axe 2 at the time, Axe 1, the 3, I've had all of them. They're great units, super flexible, sound amazing. But the clients were kind of bummed that I was dismissing their, you know, their use of their amp, or I didn't have any amps of my own, and I just wanted to immediately go to this little tiny unit and tweak away behind, you know, they couldn't even see me, you know, over my shoulder, like with this tiny LCD screen. It's just not a very good experience for the client. And in my world, that's the only thing that matters. So after a couple years of hearing feedback from some friends, I changed and I sold the units, and I started my journey to my giant wall of amps. Whoa! And it started, you know, with one. And then when I did some more projects, I saved up, bought another one, did the same thing, bought another one, blah, 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 blah. So, and now I've arrived at my current state of the collection, and I'm super proud of it, and I think it's amazing, and all the clients love just checking out all these amps that they can't find in stores or anything. These are super boutique type things. And yeah, they love doing that, going on the tone quest here. So now that I've kind of switched positions and pivoted, it's making me think about that, you know, for me, you know, in that position now, and that guy who's on the internet, like, saying the same things, and it's just like, it's all about perspective, right? So I want to address these things, so maybe I could turn some other people's heads, you know? Okay, so with that said, how did I get to wanting to do this kind of you know, amp holy war type scenario that I'm trying to pitch here? Obviously, it's a joke. So you can get as mad as you fucking want, but it's this fucking joke, so relax and enjoy it, okay? Secondly, this is how it kind of started. Last year, I was at NAMM.
Alright, 2G6, welcome to the knob.
And I was hanging out with, I'm friends with a lot of these dudes who make these amps, and they're super cool people. So we're at the booth, and a client leaves, and a Kemper flyer falls out from underneath them. And I see the owner of the company get...
My name's Patrick Sheridan. And if you don't like amplifiers, then fuck you.
What the fuck was that? Somebody who else was in the booth got up and left, and like there was a Kemper advertisement, like little flyer on the ground, and the owner of the company, I'm not gonna bring them into it, but the owner of the company saw that, picked it up and was immediately disgusted. He was like, fuck this, and just threw it in the trash. And I was like, oh shit, like, wow, that totally makes sense that you would hate them, because they literally just steal your work and repackage it and sell it as their own, right? They're just selling you a tech box, but they're selling what you have made, right? And all these other companies. And they're not licensing anything, which is the worst part about it. Like, if you're gonna use someone's tech, you should license it. Just like, you know, like the Synergy stuff, which I'm not too familiar with, but you know, Friedman has like a Synergy preamp and all these other companies, but they're licensed through those companies. So, anyway, this person was super mad at this whole thing, and I was like, wow, yeah, that sucks. And he was like, yeah, why don't you make a video on that? And I was like, oh, that's actually a genius idea. So, you know, that's what we did, and I'm glad to see that a lot of people are taking sides, whichever side it is. And there's compelling arguments on both sides, but just, you know, historically as consumers, we don't think about the companies that often. It's just like, we want what's best for us. This is super convenient. It kind of like makes these things not as appealing, because I could have a ton of them and I could spend the same amount of money I would spend on one, or even less, and I can just go on forums and take other people's that they did and blah blah blah, and then boom, I don't need these. And then these people's, the stuff that's in here that they're selling is actually suffering in reality from that, which is a weird thing to think about. So I gotta cut because I don't know where I'm going. So what we've decided to do, we're gonna keep perpetuating this stupid amp war thing. We're gonna keep making memes, me and my friends, and we're actually gonna do some t-shirt designs. We're gonna have a couple different ones. And so I'm gonna have the audience decide what smaller amp company, you know, of their choice, whatever, they want the profits to go towards. And I think that could be kind of cool thing to do. So we'll see how that works, and the shirts are gonna be great. You're gonna love them.
And remember, assholes, amp profile is fucking theft.
If you always break the high E string on your guitar and all the other ones just are fine, please hit that subscribe button. We make these videos, they're fun, we want to keep doing them. Thanks.